Hi guys, welcome to the video on the Game Week 9 review. So, as you can see, the final points were 61 after we played the wild card. Weirdly enough, that is the third week in a row that I've got exactly 61 points. I wouldn't say 61 points is good, but it's not bad. I would say it's just a bit better than average. As you can see, average points for this week was 55, and I did get a slight red on the overall rank down to 481k. So just quick review of the team. So Martinez 1 point against Brighton. I didn't expect Brighton to beat Villa, let alone score. So the 1 point there, a bit surprising. Soufal 6 points. I think West Ham, like I said, have been good defensively, so expected that. Diaz 0 points. I didn't want to play him against Tottenham because I knew City would concede, but it was either between him or the Newcastle defender against Chelsea, and I thought Chelsea had a higher chance of scoring against Newcastle than Spurs did against City. Next, Michael Keane 1 point. Again, Everton, they are conceding goals of late, so Keane might be one I consider taking out, but they do have two green fixtures next, and hopefully, I do plan to keep him in, and hopefully they will keep a clean sheet in one of those. He's also scored a few goals as well. Then in midfield, Jota was one of my gambles. Obviously cheap in the game, but he's not guaranteed to play, but he did. It was likely that he was going to play because Salah was injured. And yeah, he played really well as he has in every single game he's played for us and picked up 9 points. Next, Fernandez did what he normally does, scores a pen. Obviously, he missed the first one. Keeper was off the line. He retook it and picked up a few bonus points as well. Grealish 1 point, disappointed. I think he was probably one of the most transferred in players, and I do plan to keep him long term. But 1 point against Brighton, very disappointing. De Bruyne, I actually did put Salah in there, but on the off chance that he would play, and De Bruyne on the bench. I didn't expect De Bruyne to do much against Spurs, so the 2 points there. But City's run looked good, and I expect him to come good, so I'm going to be keeping him. Next, AU again. He was one of my risky picks. Very cheap attacker, and Palace's run looked pretty good, so I did bring him in based on that. Palace obviously don't score a lot of goals, and Zaha was out for COVID reasons, so that hurt them even more in terms of they don't have many players who can create or score even. So I think Zaha being out caused AU to become less of an attractive option at the moment. So I'm going to think about him. Calvert-Lewin, the captaincy for me was, as you can see, between Calvert-Lewin and Fernandez, both playing the two worst teams in the league, West Brom and Fulham. I just thought Fulham were more likely to concede than West Brom were against United, and I was proved right. So I think he was the highest scoring player in the week. Obviously captained him and got bonus points as well. And Watkins, again, all three Villa players, terrible result for them, and none of them really performed well. So I think Barkley coming off as well hurt the team creatively, because over the last few games he's been playing really well at goals and assists and helping the team. So that's probably made Grealish and Watkins less attractive options at the moment. On the bench, I plan to play Martinez in every game for the next 5-10 weeks. So Forster is just there to make up the numbers. I did put Salah in, like I said, on the off chance he played, so De Bruyne was the automatic sub. My choice in defence was either Lewis or Diaz, and like I said, I thought Diaz would do better against Tottenham than Lewis would against Chelsea, but actually it turns out that Lewis got 1, Diaz got 0, so probably should have just played Lewis. And then Bernardo on the bench is just a cheap defender to make up the numbers. So, yep, there you go, guys. 61 points, not the best, but not terrible. And look out for the next video on game week 10 team.